guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be talking all about my hamster Moose and what are ethical breeders more specifically, because they go kind of hand in hand. Moose I got from an ethical breeder. This will be a quick video, I hope. In a few weeks I'll be posting a video on Moose's cage tour, so stay tuned for that, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe. But let's get right into the video. Okay, so I think it's really important to touch on my backstory of hamsters. I've had 6+ hamsters in my past since I was young, because I'm only 16 right now. But I first had 2 Chinese hamsters, Sam and Dave, and then they lived for a good long time because Chinese hamsters live pretty long compared to like other species of hamsters. And then they passed away sadly, and then I got my 3rd Chinese hamster, Gus. I love you, Gus, so much. Anyways, he lived for like 4 years. I swear he lived way longer than my other 2, and just really long. It was crazy. Anyways, and then he sadly passed away, and then I got Bambi, my first ever Syrian hamster, because I don't know, Chinese hamsters got me into hamsters, and I love Chinese hamsters still. But then I wanted to try a different species of hamster, and I'd always wanted a Syrian hamster, so I finally got Bambi. Bambi ended up only living, like he was like months old, whatever. But when I brought him home, he was with me for like probably 3 days before he sadly passed away because of some genetic thing, because I didn't have time to take him to the vet before he passed away pretty quickly, which was really unexpected and really sad. And that led me into researching all about ethical breeders in my area, and I found out, guess what? In Ohio, 0 ethical breeders exist that I know of for Syrian hamsters. I was researching a ton, and every single ethical breeder that used to breed Syrian hamsters in Ohio, no longer. Every single website was so dry and like updated last in 2017. It was insane and extremely depressing. I was like, well, I guess I'll never get like a promised healthy hamster that's supporting like an ethical trade instead of an unethical trade. So, because I usually rescue my hamsters or get them from pet stores if rescuing isn't available, because of my location, there aren't actually real rescues for small animals, only like Craigslist, and I can't always get hamsters from Craigslist, but I do sometimes. Anyways, so then I heard about Strong Brew Hamstery from Victoria Rachel on YouTube. Love her channel, go check her out. And then I went on to Strong Brew Hamstery's Instagram and DM'd her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is possible, but can I in any way like drive up or fly to Canada to get a hamster from you, because I literally can't find any in my area and it's so depressing. And she was, Juliana Rock, who runs Strong Brew Hamster, was really nice, and she was like, yeah, you can drive up and all this, and she gave me all the information, not all the information, but she helped a lot. She was really kind, and I love her so much. And then I went on her website before that actually, and I found out about the adoption process and how to get on the wait list and how to get approved, like to show her your setup, because she wants to make sure you're actually here to get the hamster and take good care of it. And that went pretty well. It was a long process, which I knew at the beginning, and like probably months later, after my dad, love you dad, helped me get my passport and everything like that, we made the 4-hour journey up to Canada. It was a while, and like it took me a while to figure out the right day to drive up there. Me and my dad together had to collaborate on this, because we wanted to go up on the right day where the bridges to cross the border from the US to Canada were open. That process is so stressful because randomly these roads are closed. The only ways for us to get to certain borders, I'm not going to go into all detail about that, but that was stressful. And just the border crossing is stressful because I've never left my country before, and I was just with my dad, not my dad and my mom, so they had to be like, he's not kidnapping you, right? And I was like, oh, no. And yeah, that was stressful, but it actually went pretty smoothly. We actually stopped at the falls on our way up to Ontario, Canada, where Strong Brew Hamstery is located, and it was just really fun. It was like a good bonding experience with my dad, and as I said, Juliana Rock was lovely. I got to pick up my hamster, which I chose a while ago in like the adoption process out of a litter that she had. And also I love her Instagram and all of the ethical breeders' Instagram, because you can see all their pups and you can DM them and they'll respond pretty quickly. I think that's like the best way, and emailing. So anyways, I had chosen Moose out of the litter. He was adorable. Here's some baby photos. And so when I got to her house, she gave me Moose, and I got to see all the, not all the other hamsters, but the litter of the hamsters that were left in Moose's litter. And and she let me pick out my own snuggle sack. We're about to make a new snuggle sack, me and my mom, because Moose is just growing. He's just getting so big, and his old snuggle sack is pretty much the same size as him, like literally, and I don't think he likes it as much anymore, but I love it. It's so cute. Anyways, I picked it out there, and we're making a new one right now. Anyways, because you can make your own snuggle sacks. Good bonding. Anyways, so I picked him out, and she gave me his little goodie bag. She includes her business card, which I think I lost in my bedside table. It's bad. I'm going to find it, don't worry. And she also gave me his food to wean him off on. You can also buy stuff from Juliana Rock if you're an adopter, so you can like use her seed mix for longer and stuff. I think she updated her seed mix or something. But seed mix, treats, and just like his baby photo and his pedigree and his like certificate, which I framed, and I'll put a picture of it right here. And it was just an amazing process. When we came back with Moose and his little living world carrier, it was pretty stressful, but one second. Moose. Anyways, it was stressful bringing him home because as like the mom of him, I was very anxious, as I am for all of my animals. I was like, he's in his nice travel cage, lots of bedding, food, cucumber, everything to keep him hydrated. He was safe, he was sleeping the entire time. Hamsters are great travel buddies, like to bring them home, so that wasn't bad. But it was just stressful because it was getting dark, it was getting late, because we took a little bit too much time, and we got lost in Canada because me and my dad forgot, let me rewind, we forgot to get like service outside of the US, like pay for that, so we didn't have service. Luckily, at the falls, for some reason my GPS on my phone was working, or else we probably wouldn't have made it to Strong Brew Hamstery's house. I don't know how that even happened, but like shortly after we stopped at the falls, everything just went out, so we had no, like, we couldn't text Juliana Rock to tell her like when we were getting there, and we had no GPS, and we were in Canada. We did not know where we were. The freeway, everything's different. It's pretty similar, but it's different anyways. And we literally had to, like, we were driving, and we were like, this has been a while. We should have already turned off on the thing to like go to her area of Canada. And then we saw the sign of where we wanted to go on the other way coming back, and we were like, so we ended up having to literally go to a hotel or like a motel and ask the lady at the desk to like look up on her computer a GPS and help us get on the right foot. Turns out we weren't that like far away from our destination, so we ended up being fine because of lovely Canadians who helped us. And it was so weird being like the odd one out, like the person with the Ohio license plate and everyone else is an Ontario license plate. It's just so weird to be a foreigner. I've never had that experience before, but it was so interesting. Anyways, back to us driving back, still with no GPS or anything. We were fine. Crossing back across the border was fine because we had paperwork from Strong Brew Hamstery. She gives you paperwork so that if you have any issues at the border with anyone who's just like hating on hamsters that day, you'll be fine legally and stuff. But the guy that we got was super kind. He was like, "Aw, special hamster," and we were like, very special hamster. Anyways, and I got him home, and he was fine. He had such a cute little baby face when I got him home. I'll put more pictures of him. And he's no longer has his baby face anymore, and it's so sad, but it's life. Anyways, so that's how the story of getting Moose, and now he's been with me for months, which is crazy, and I love him so much, and I'm so glad I finally got a hamster from an ethical breeder, and I didn't give up. Like, I waited a while, and I was patient, and it paid off. So yeah. Also, just in case any of you are new or have forgotten, this is what Moose currently lives in. I'll be doing a cage tour on it so you can see all the inside details in a few weeks for sure, but just so you have some more context to what Moose has been living in since I got him. Also, I know this video is not about my leopard gecko Toast, but look at Toast. He's sleeping and he's so cute. Look at all the guts from his bugs. Ew, I need to clean the paper towels, but he's sleeping. He actually ate 2 mealworms today when I got home from school, and I'll be doing an update video on him in probably a few weeks as well, but I'm trying to bond with him before I film anything with him outside of his cage. But the bonding process is going very well. In case I didn't already mention, there is this amazing thing called Instagram, and I'm currently in the little like loop bubble community of ethical breeders that breed Syrians in the US and Canada, and it's amazing. All they do is post adorable content about their hamster litters and their hamsters, and like really good educational information, so I definitely recommend following all these guys. And I did just realize that there's also an ethical hamstery in Virginia, which I didn't even know, which is crazy because I went to Canada for a hamster, but I could have went to Virginia, but that's okay because I love moose and I love strong breed hamstering and I love being able to support Juliana Rock, so I don't regret it. I'm just saying it's funny because when I tell people I got my hamster from Canada, they're like, what? And I just thought that was funny, but yeah. And lastly, I just wanted to mention why I named my hamster Moose because this video is about him. So I named him Moose in case you didn't already kind of realize why. I love naming hamsters, not hamsters, just animals in general, other animals' names. I think it's adorable, especially when it's a hamster compared to a moose, which mooses are a lot bigger, they're actually ginormous, and hamsters are obviously small and way smaller than a moose, so I just thought that was really cute. And then also Canada, Moose, so that's why I named him Moose, just in case you didn't realize. I thought that was really genius of me. It's really not, but... And Moose just wanted to be the person to say goodbye. He's only awake to drink water, and I probably shouldn't have grabbed him out because he wants to go back to bed, but look. He's really cute. Bedding is everywhere. Anyways, okay, we're gonna go bye-bye. He just winked at you guys. It's a sign he wants to go bye-bye. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and I hope this was informative. I'll definitely make future videos on ethical breeders and my opinions on where you should get your hamster from because it's very interesting to me. But if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.